Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast, Aftersight. I am your host, Penn Street. And as always, I want to give a very special thank you to Audio Information Network of Colorado for making this podcast possible. Today, we have a unique podcast. I have been collaborating with our very own audio technician, Evan Starnes. Evan interviewed some seniors that were at a local resource fair, and Evan asked them about their thoughts, their feelings about aging. And he also asked them, what did they think was missing in resources and services that they felt that needed to be there? And he also interviewed people that actually work in those fields and may have some solutions for those needs. I hope you enjoyed this very special episode, and I look forward to checking in with you next week.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I was born 2 months early in the 1960s. And when I was born, they said I would have some eye damage because of being born too early. And back in the 60s, they gave you a lot of oxygen when you were born too early. And what they have found out since then is that can affect the eyes. And for me, it affected my retinas in my eyes. And I have what's called retinopathy of prematurity. So that means my retinas are damaged, and I was not able to see until I was about 4 to 6 months old. At first, they thought I had no vision, and then finally, when I got to around 6 months old, they said that I was able to see things and follow someone's fingers or a toy, and so luckily I was able to not have blindness from the circumstances of my birth, which I'm thankful for, but I've had some challenges with my eyes throughout my life. I had, when I was about 25, I had a torn retina in my left eye, and I went through a couple of different surgeries for that to fix it, and I now have what's called lattice degeneration, and that's on the edges of my retinas that are, it's degenerating over time. So I don't know if this is going to affect my vision in the future. So I do everything that I can to protect my eyes. I don't play any sports where I would be hitting a ball or catching a ball or, catching anything or throwing things, and try to protect my eyes at all times because getting hit in the eye could potentially cause a problem with my retinas or cause a tear or a hole in the retina. I also had cataract surgery when I was at about 44 years old, and that affected my vision. It makes your vision very cloudy, but they're able to replace the lens of your eye with a new lens. And that happened a lot earlier for me than it does most people. Most people, it's somewhere between 60 and 70, 80 that you usually have to do that. So I'm trying to protect my eyes and the eyesight that I have throughout my life.
So with me today I have Linda from Insight Skills, and can you tell us a little bit about what Insight Skills is and what you guys do and your mission?
Yeah, we're a nonprofit and we help people use their remaining vision optimally. So we have low vision trained eye doctors and low vision trained occupational therapists, and they do an assessment of the visual field and determine where it still functions, how it still functions, and then they do training and recommendation of assistive devices so that people can optimize their use of that function for everyday tasks.
Fantastic. Do you guys serve a specific area of Colorado, or are you guys everywhere?
We serve the whole state, actually, and we do have satellites in Boulder County and Denver, and then a headquarters in Fort Collins. We have an office in Greeley, but we do clinics across the state and help people, from across the whole state.
That's fantastic. And how long have you guys been around for?
20 years.
Wow, that's really
Our
impressive.
head occupational therapist, our director of rehab, has been with us since the beginning, Corey Layton. She's very skilled.
Indeed. My understanding is you guys give out like magnifiers and little buttons and all of that. Is there a cost associated with that?
There is. Fortunately, we have funding from the federal government, from the area agencies on aging in the various Colorado counties, especially along the Front Range. We do some fundraising and have some grants. A lot of that's more applicable to the 55 and older crowd. We have some scholarships for the younger folks as well. But there is a fee for the assessment. It's just that we do have funding for, in some cases, for individuals.
Do you guys have specific services for specific age groups, or is it just kind of one size fits all?
It's very individualized, so no matter the age, we're kind of looking at what people want to be able to do, how their remaining vision functions, and then addressing their individual needs as well as we can, so that they can meet their own goals and needs.
So we here, we publish printed materials. We're a reading service. How familiar are you with us as an organization?
I'm very familiar with you guys. I actually work for Insight, and we've been partners for years. So I do know quite a bit because we talk about you guys in our work, and I know Penn very well, and Kim Ann, and so forth.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Definitely, totally appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll definitely be talking again soon.
That'd be great.
My name is Jackie, and I am with Approval Reverse Mortgage. I am a loan originator, and I work with people 62 and older and help them obtain reverse mortgages.
So how long have you been in the field for, basically?
10 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How often do you work with people with vision problems?
I have had probably 10 to 15 clients who have visual concerns.
Okay. When you become legally blind, you lose the ability to drive. Do you have any concerns with people like not being able to access things like public transportation or assistance with technology or any of that?
Yes, I have had clients, and I've picked them up because they haven't access to any transportation.
My name is Mark Weaver. I grew up in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, which is a suburb of West Denver.
Are you with an organization, or are you just here just to, kind of check it out?
No, I'm 70 years old now, and I'm definitely experiencing the beginnings of some of the disabilities that come with aging. I have wet macular degeneration, for which I get injections in my eyes on a periodic basis, and just a plethora of aches and pains that come with everyday life at this point.
Do you have any concerns as far as, if let's say your vision gets worse or whatever, do you have concerns about maybe transit or accessing technology or any of that?
Well, at this point, I think I'll be able to preserve my eyesight. I will have to have cataract surgery before too long, and I may have glaucoma, although that's in very early stages, so hopefully I can avert that. I'm not a terribly big user of technology. I'd much rather do things than, I'd rather be raking the yard than spending time on a computer.
How familiar are you with Audio Information Network? Did you literally just stumble across this a few minutes ago, or have you known about it?
No, I've heard of you before in previous instances of this particular expo, so I was aware of the service, but had more or less forgotten about it.
Okay.
So I'm glad that I ran into you again.
Name's Rebecca. I'm the Director of Clinical Services for Balfour Senior Living. I'm originally from Kansas and moved to Colorado in 2009. And I'm here today to share about our senior living communities and just really spread the word about how amazing senior living can be for our elders and how to improve their lives. And so it's exciting to be here today.
Yeah, share some specifics about where you work and what you guys do, and like what it's like for people living there, what you do for them.
So at Balfour Senior Living, we're a Colorado-based company. Our founder, Michael, started the company for basically found that when he was looking for assisted living for his mom, he just didn't find a place that felt like home and that he felt comfortable having her live in, but also a place he could take his small children. So all of our communities feel very homey. They're beautifully decorated, and they really give a sense of home and community, so that people can age with dignity and grace and have beautiful meals and lots of activities to do. So it's really special to be a part of that and to help people live life to the fullest.
So how long have you guys been around for?
He opened our first community in Louisville in 1999.
Cool. And the way you make it sound, it's not like your traditional nursing home. It's a lot more like a nice little, just luxurious lifestyle rather than, go in a room for a while and that's it.
It really is. Our communities, there's 10 now. We're opening in the East Coast later this year. And they're all very unique. They're uniquely decorated. They have unique activities based off the populations that live there. And we're all about promoting, a quality of life and livelihood that we expect as younger people. And that doesn't end as we age. We want to be challenged and invigorated, and that's really important at Balfour.
So if somebody's living there, do you help them out with, let's say they need to go anywhere, like transportation or, if they're blind or whatever?
Yeah, we have 24-hour concierge at most of our communities, and we have transportation available for all of our residents. So if they are unable to see or hear or even walk, we have vehicles accessible for all types and that can take you to any appointments or to your children's homes or anything you would need. So we really want to promote as much independence as people can have.
That's awesome. It looks like you guys got it covered.
I think so.
Definitely glad. Well, so thank you so much for your time, and definitely good luck on the endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Indeed.
My first name is Ricky. It starts with an R, like in rock.
Oh, nice.
And I'm from Broomfield.
And are you just here just to be here, or are you with an organization?
I'm going to be 66 in 30 days. And I'm working and having problems with my Medicare or whether I should do insurance at my company. So that's why I wanted to come here.
Oh, cool. Okay,
make a lot of decisions.
Indeed. So you are you experiencing vision difficulties too?
Well, I was blind in third grade, but I have corrective vision. So I'm not legally blind because I can do correction.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I do have hearing problems.
Right.
I am overweight. I am very independent. But I was telling her I had 5 surgeries in 18 months, and if I fall, I can't get up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I've had that happen twice. It was very, very scary.
Yeah, it sounds incredibly scary.
But I'm a swimmer, so I swim every day. I'm very physical, but I'm obviously getting older. And the surgery was 2 years ago, and I'm still learning how to do things. I don't physically function like a normal person.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. So do you have any concerns accessing resources transportation or technology assistance or any of that?
I have been having a lot of problems.
Specifically with what?
Well, when I had my surgeries, well, just lately, they thought I had a blood clot in my leg.
Oh my God.
And they wanted me to go to the emergency room for the third time. And it costs a lot of money. Last time they charged me $2,000 to go to the emergency room. So I got a hold of a lady that told me that people would come to my house and check my leg and be able to tell me if I had a blood clot or not, which was a big deal. Saved me a lot of money.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Especially because they literally do. They charge you like an arm and a leg for...
And they think you're dying.
Right.
And they scare you. They tell you, go to the emergency room now.
Yeah, that's...
I'm like, okay, let me go to my daughter's house or whatever. Nope, you need to go to the emergency room. Because my leg was swollen. I mean, it was just a nightmare. But it keeps happening.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Oh, yeah, no. That's just what happens, I guess.
And you're so young.
I know. I don't know what it's like. So how do you... as far as transportation, that's pretty important.
I have a convertible.
Oh, okay.
And I love to drive.
That's awesome.
That's the easiest thing I can do in my life.
So you're not concerned with accessing... Let's say you lose the ability to drive, which... Yeah, that would be unfortunate. Do you have any concerns, accessing transportation services?
It would be devastating, but I have 3 children 2 now, that live very close by. So, I order my groceries and from the store, they bring them to me.
Oh, okay. I
work at home, so I don't have to drive anywhere. I fill my gas tank up once every 3 months. I have a fear of falling.
Well, yeah.
But no, my transportation is fine.
That's good.
And I'm looking at finding a senior place to live so I could have people take me where I want to go.
Well, yeah, they got you covered there. Have you ever heard of the Audio Information Network before coming here, or no?
Of what?
Have you heard of the Audio Information Network before coming here? Okay.
But I'm not from Boulder. I'm from Broomfield.
I mean, we cover the whole state of Colorado, but... And our main thing is if you have difficulties reading newspapers or, magazines or whatever.
Well, I just put them an inch from my face and I'm okay.
Well, definitely thank you for telling your story.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
My name is Stacy, and I am a geriatric care manager at Action Healthcare Services.
Oh, fantastic. So what do you guys do as an organization?
So as care managers, we are helping adults live their best life, whether we have full guardianship through the courts or families that need a little bit of assistance. We provide medical oversight and management.
Oh, cool. Do you have any concerns about, elderly people, especially losing their vision, accessing anything, whether it be public transportation or stuff like that?
Absolutely. I think it is a major problem in our area, and it's mostly accessing news and accessing your pills, accessing really any kind of services that you need, and it would be helpful to work with someone like you to do that.
Well, definitely thank you for taking the little minute to be interviewed.
I'm Wally, and I live in Boulder at a retirement community. My sight is, reasonably good for my age, but I used to volunteer for AINC and in the studio, and that worked really well for me. I read primarily newspapers from Alamosa and southern Colorado. But when it was the procedure was changed so that you needed to do it from home, I'm really not capable of doing that. So I enjoyed the volunteering, and I believe in AINC. One of the nice things it did for me was make me more acquainted with a part of Colorado that I don't live in, and don't know much about, and it was really interesting. And it was fun to record. If you do open up back in the studio for recording, I would like to be involved in that again.
I don't know if you already answered this, but did you? How long had you been volunteering before?
Oh, probably 3, maybe 4 years.
Definitely sounds like you enjoyed it.
Yes,
so
I did, very much.
That's fantastic to hear. Well, definitely thank you for taking the time. And
you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so here we have a completely anonymous person, but she is here to tell her story about, aging and her struggles. So, you've been around for a while. What are your struggles with the whole, aging, getting older and just trying to adapt?
I don't have a struggle with getting older, but I have a struggle with society.
And basically, the whole embracing technology aspect?
Yeah, embracing technology aspect, and people who look at you as an aging person who always seem to think you don't know anything.
Right, and if you don't know technology, you basically get judged, and you're not a fan of that.
Yes, and if I don't know technology, a lot of people think, oh, well, you should, because the whole society is in it. I don't want to be in it. I want it to be just how it was when I was 30 years old or 40 years old. I'm 80 years old now.
Okay, I understand that. And as far as traveling, do you have?
Yes, I have traveled a lot over the years, and I still like to travel. It's still in my being. I have some medical problems.
Okay.
And I'm always afraid that I will go out of the country and something might happen, and then what? Although I know there's things all over the world, but I feel comfortable in my own zone if anything happens to me. So I haven't traveled.
Well, and I mean, as far as like getting from like place to place, like, you know, to a store or whatever, do you feel like you might have troubles with that, or are you confident with traveling?
Right now I'm pretty okay. I can still drive my car. I can do whatever I need to do. I don't need to do very much in life anymore. At 80 years old, I've been there, I've done that. I just need to do what I want to do, so I can do that pretty much. But I have a knee that needs to be surgically done.
Okay.
And I don't want to do it. I mean, I want to, but I'm scared. So I can take care of everything about my life. I don't need anyone to cook, clean, wash. I don't need anyone to drive me here. I don't need anyone to read and explain me what that means. And my brain is functioning well. I understand things that way for my being, and I'm okay.
So in other words, you're incredibly independent.
Yes, very.
And that's awesome. And honestly, that is respectable, highly respectable.
Yes.
Thank you for telling everybody your story. I seriously appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Again, thank you all for joining us this week. And if you would like to reach out to me here at Audio Information Network of Colorado, I would love to hear from you. I've really enjoyed hearing your feedback. And if you or somebody you know would like to be on the podcast, please reach out to me. My email is penn, Penn, at aincolorado.org. Again, that's PENN at aincolorado.org. And don't forget, there really is life after sight.